straight line of James Allen McGee's, but here I am providing you hours and hours of content over the past 150 nights. Now, I talked about milestone episodes. I talked about so many milestone episodes. There was night one on March 16th, back when we were all together on Instagram, 46 viewers. And in all of those nights that happened after that show, I said multiple times, we're going to get to 46 one day, guys. We're going to get to 46. And for 7 months, we didn't, until last Wednesday when we peaked at 130 something viewers. Now, I think it's fair to say that will maybe never happen again. That was a milestone episode. Other milestone episodes, episode 50, when I almost had some semblance of a breakdown before getting on air, that caused the show to be 5 minutes late. The first time the show was 5 minutes late, until the show is now always 5 minutes late, because we are here in our warm, comfortable confines known as twitch.tv/@home-with-James. Other milestone episodes, of course, you can't talk about milestones without episode 100, when we actually migrated the show to the website that we are on right now. But there's one milestone episode that kind of gets lost in the shuffle. No, it's not the one where I went crazy and I couldn't bring guests on. It's not that one. No, it's not the one where Dave played mean business. It's not that one either. It is episode 69 that happened in, I can't even tell you when it was. Was it May or June? Something like that. On tonight's show, the person who urged me to do a 69 episode special will be here. Steph Mercier Voyer in just a moment. After that, the man that is sweeping the Twitch universe on the couch with Carmen Rose, as hosted by Conor Rose. And much later on, he's not here as mean business. He's certainly not here as Jack Kaufman. We're getting Dave Kaufman unplugged, just like Nirvana, just like Alice in Chains. If there's anyone that is synonymous with the word grunge, it's Dave Kaufman. Because when I saw this guy earlier today, he was covered in feces. More on that later on. Maybe he's more of a G.G. Allen. Maybe the G.G. Allen of this show. On the keys tonight, tonight's technical director, Sweet D. Sweet D, how's your week been, buddy?
Oh, good, man. So far, so good. I'm getting ready for the, that's it, Halloween season. I was trying to think which month we were.
Yeah, you're on a hardcore echo right now.
Am I?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it's going out to the Twitch world, but it's certainly going out to me. So we're going to get confirmation. I'm going to get a production note on that in just a second.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the 150th without a few technical hiccups here, James. You were actually silenced for the first couple of minutes of this show. I don't know if you realized that.
Oh, I didn't. I did. Did I get a? Did I didn't? When did I come in? When the hell did I come in?
You came. You were off a little bit. You were silent.
Okay, this is what I want. I want you to fade me out, and we're gonna fade back in from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want you to fade back to the Get Cozy screen. And you're gonna fade back into me.
You got it, James. Give me a second.
Yeah. Yeah, I can wait. We're here once again. We have done it. We have made it. We have unlocked. We have achieved. We have embarked. We have climbed. We have found episode 150. Now, if you heard most of my ramblings off the top of the show and you think, James, we're going to do this again? Not really. Not really. We've just created what you know and have come to know as a happening, as a moment in a series of incredible milestones that I have provided to you. When my hand touches your hand through this screen, you know that electricity is transferring from me sitting on my chair right here in St. Henry to you wherever you might be, whether it's in Laval or NDG or Outremont or Lachine. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because due to the confines that have been thrust onto us by Mr. Francois Legault, we are confined to our home. We are confined to our home because he was the one who let us know it's important for the people of Quebec to stay at home for 28 days. And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, Mr. Legault. I thank you for staying at home. It's day 23, and the people of Quebec are much safer because of the people of At Home with James, because he sit at home, he do his petit gala chaque lundi, mercredi, puis vendredi soir pour tout le monde sur twitch.tv. I don't know how to say slash in French, but that's what we're doing. This show could not be possible, nor could any of our shows have been possible without the help of Mr. Francois Legault and, of course, COVID-19. My number one daddy, coronavirus. Okay. This intro was objectively better than the first one because the first one didn't have a Francois Legault impersonation. Sweet D, how's it going?
Sorry about that, James. Yeah, I have a new system tonight that I'm working with, and my buttons are all inverted. But anyway, James, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fantastic. I'm so happy that you're working with us tonight. It wouldn't be a night with Sweet D as our technical director with a blooper, blunder, or boner, the triple B.
James, like I said, it wouldn't be the 150th episode of this show if I didn't come in here with a massive boner. But first and foremost, I just want to say, James, I'm honored to be here for this 150th extravaganza, working by your side and making this show the best it could be.
Well, and I'm appreciative of that. And from what I understand, you're going to be debuting a brand new song in honor of the 150th episode.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a secret, but I guess word got out. There was a leaky faucet, James, and yeah, yep. I've got a hell of a song that I'm hoping you'll like, at some point tonight.
Well, I'm excited for it, as are the capacity crowd right now. 18 on a Friday. That's pretty good. That's not bad for a Friday. Dimitri, you ready to start this show?
Man, episode 1, I was ready. 150, I'm overcooked. Let's do this.
Let's get started. We are going to welcome our first guest for, I can't even begin to tell you how many consecutive weeks. This first person joined us and was here on the first ever pilot episode of At Home with James. She provided tips, tricks, how-tos, ways that you could spice up your love life during the time of COVID-19. And just like most relationships, marriages, those have fizzled out. And so did that segment. Our first guest is here to come to us without a net, without anything binding her to any preconceived idea or notion. Let us welcome the one and the only, one of the best friends this show has to offer, Steph Mercier Voyer. We're back to the song.
Can I dance for you? Would that be cool?
Would that be cool, James?
Would that be cool? I was not anticipating any dancing tonight.
Look, I didn't know the song would come on, but it did, and I'm very happy. Thanks, sweetie.
Yeah, it's been many weeks since we've heard that song because as for those people who may not know, but as you and I know, the COVID-19 segment was retired.
The what?
Excuse me, the COVID-69. I'm flustered from the dancing. The COVID-69 segment was retired. COVID-19 is not retired. It is still very much in play.
Yeah, COVID-19 full blown right now, ravaging the world. COVID-69, however, taking a little break.
Yeah, it took a little break. Let's this kind of an unplugged Steph and James interaction tonight.
Yeah, this is I didn't put a back green screen background. Mm-hmm. This is me. This is all me, baby, tonight.
Yeah.
No net. Are you gonna catch me?
I think I'm ready to. Let's address a conversation that you and I had last Friday after last Friday's show. I left last Friday's show feeling like things are getting real wacky on the At Home with James program. And then you sent me a text and I thought, I'm not the only one who thinks this.
I said I hated tonight and I don't want to date anyone on the show anymore.
Yeah. So let's, that's a great way to put it. Those are your
offense
exact
to
words.
Dave Darren.
Excuse me, sleazy Darren.
Yeah, sorry. Or Connor, which was probably going to be my next victim. I can't mix work and pleasure anymore.
It's true. You've been synonymous with dating on this show from virtually day one.
Yeah, that's been my whole thing. I think I was really into it at the beginning, and then after 7 months of pretending to date people on your show and not dating anyone in real life, it became a little sad.
Yeah. Oh, so this show that has been created to pump positivity and distraction and fun into people's lives was pumping negativity, a bad distraction, and eye-opening moments into your world.
Yeah, I felt like I should be putting my energy into maybe meeting someone in real life rather than trying to date a garbage man.
Yeah. Well, the thing that always struck me is interesting is the ways in which you would find each and every single week to somehow drag me into the pits of vulgarity.
Yeah, I mean, making fun of you is one of my favorite things.
Yeah. It's not often that it happens, but once this show debuted many months ago, and I was searching, what's the point of this show? What is the focus? What is the hook? Unfortunately, the hook became every single guest mocking me in virtually every single way.
Do you remember the first thing I said to make fun of you?
I think I do, and I'm afraid to repeat it.
But I would love it if you could repeat it. I think the audience would really enjoy.
Yeah, can you confirm or deny? Was this on the live from the bathroom episode?
Yeah, so this is the first official COVID-19 segment, which was not my first segment on the show, but it was the first relationship and sex advice segment where listeners or watchers, viewers sent in questions about dating lives, and you and I answered them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what did I say?
Well, I think in no uncertain terms, you accused me of refusing to wear condoms.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is like, I don't know if you've ever reached those levels of defamatory statements since that night.
No, the other things are pretty nice. Like, you love to eat ass. You like to sit on your hands before you masturbate. Just the everyday kind of
the classics.
Classics.
Yeah, but and then what happened is it became less insulting me, and then it became more trying to win me over.
Right. Yeah, and then we introduced the whole thing where I'd like to come clean.
Yes. Now, see, folks, nothing about this has been planned. Nothing. So I don't know what this come clean moment is going to be.
I have never met James's mother.
I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, that is true. They don't have brunch and mock me.
Thirsty Thursdays doesn't happen.
No.
Brunch with your sister? No.
Yeah, the 69 lottery sweepstakes, a sham.
Oh, was that one was a sham?
Oh, well, I know Dave had the same reaction as well, because I still owe him a 34.5.
Right. Yeah, he looks really bummed about that today.
Well, he's recently just had a kid, so things are on the things have slowed down.
Yeah, I think the fact that he was covered in feces earlier is not going to help him in getting his 34.5.
No, the 34.5 is out of the window. But yeah, this is we're pulling the curtain back, Steph.
Yeah, this is it. It's all been fake. I was never interested in you, James.
Yes, as I knew, as these are the things that I know that I think many people did not know.
I received a few messages from people asking me if this was a real thing.
As have I.
Yeah.
As have I. To the point that people refused to believe me when I would say, "Oh no, it's a make-believe show."
You know, I feel like we should win some kind of award for that, you know, like a Twitch fake Zoom relationship award.
Yeah, I think what really is the overlying umbrella statement is that a lot of horny and desperate people wanted to maybe live vicariously through you and I.
I don't think they were getting any kind of satisfaction if they were horny at
Yeah,
all.
no. I mean, but again, this the times of coronavirus. There's a lot of desperation in the air.
Yeah.
So people watching our segments may have been so enticed by the tease of everything.
I don't know. That's not the context I usually use tease in. I feel like our vibe wasn't very teasing.
Yeah, I think if anyone was finding any type of arousal from it, maybe a therapist session would be in order.
Seek help, please. Whoever sent us those messages, seek help.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna refer this episode to people that insisted and then refused to acknowledge my insisting.
Okay, James, I want to ask you, how do you feel after 150 episodes?
How do I feel? I'd say pretty accomplished. I recently did a podcast interview, so cheap plug, the Go Plug Yourself podcast. I was introduced as the most consistent performing comedian in Montreal, and I thought, I guess that's true. But the good thing about that is that people like you, people like Dave, people like Connor, a whole host of people get to also be along for the ride. So how do I feel? Still on the search for figuring out the point of the show. What's the focus of this show? And why do people like this?
If you had to describe the show in 5 words, yeah, like what is this show about?
Absurdity, characters, conversation, comedy, James.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that's the way that I would describe it.
Wow, really
yeah.
Putting yourself in there, eh? I guess.
Well, I'd like to now turn the tables. Steph, what has it been like having a weekly outlet to do comedy?
I think it's been really nice. I really enjoyed the challenge at the beginning of having to come up with something that was related to and I liked having the dating theme and the dating umbrella as the thing for my character and myself to explore. But yeah, the last few weeks I have been dreading it. Yeah, I think I just didn't want to do. I was sick of just being kind of a ditz.
Yeah,
I was obsessed with dick.
Yeah.
I have more to offer.
And I agree. So when we had that exchange last Friday, I was like, hey, yo, check this out. How about we change the game?
Wait, did you exactly say it that way? Yo, check this out?
In my brain, I did. I'm like, hey, yo, check this out. How about we
think you are in your brain? What do you think you look like and project?
Just like this. Just like this, but with more clothes on. I'm like, yo, check this out. Let's flip the script. Let's turn the tables on the audience. I say we go no shtick, no gimmick. Because as you and I have found when we're exchanging dialogue in real life, things can get pretty funny.
Oh, do you want to pitch your restaurant idea that you had in the park the other day?
Oh, okay. Well, this was kind of a tandem. So in the audience, I hope that you'll appreciate this. Everyone is familiar with the Orange Julep, located across the street from Namur Metro, one of the hottest metro station. Yeah. What we had imagined was the cabbage julep, where instead of a giant orange, it's a giant cabbage, and you go and you get frothy cabbage drink.
Yeah, a nice cabbage juice with pepper and salt on top.
Yep.
And that's all that they sell. Except
there's no menu.
Sometimes they do a hot dog, but it's just the dog and cabbage around it.
Well, I was also thinking the bun, but with a cabbage roll on the inside.
Oh, I love that idea. I think that's genius. That we definitely have to go with that. But mostly, I think there's a big market for cabbage juice.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, the comment can say no. Everyone hates cabbage juice.
Yeah.
Vile, whatever. You're wrong. It's very good for you, and it'll be a hit. Especially if, like, I think the orange julep, they mix their thing. It's very creamy and sweet, right?
A very creamy, frothy drink, and we're not giving them any promotion right now. We're basically piggybacking off of them to create the Gibault cabbage julep.
Imagine how pretty it would be, a giant cabbage in the middle of the city. I'm for it.
Well, and I see, I guess in my brain, I'm also imagining it maybe it's some like in a region. I think the city that I came up with was Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. By the way, Steph, I know you don't like my French, but how about my François Legault impersonation?
I was going to say, I forgot to mention off the top, but the reason why I decided to start dancing is because you dared speak French, and you know that's my least favorite thing, and I had to hit you back with your least favorite thing that I do, which is to dance for you.
And that's what I think makes this such a unique friendship, is that we are both comfortable in doing things that is so entirely off-putting to the other person.
It's beautiful. It's one of the best types of friendship, to make the other one uncomfortable at all times.
I wonder what François Legault, if he had to like challenge the Quebec people to not dance for 28 days.
Oh, you can't stop us, baby. You can't stop us from dancing.
Well, he's not stopping anyone, but he could certainly try, I think.
I loved your impression.
Yeah.
In English, the French one, honestly, blacked out. Blocked it out of my mind. It's like it never happened. I realized halfway through you were speaking French. I started sweating, and I was like, why do I hate this moment so much?
Yeah.
About to come on. And then I realized that you were speaking French.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that for the people of Quebec, je veux envoyer un petit défi pour tout le monde.
It's actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It's actually pretty good.
Ne danse pas pour le prochain 28. I don't want people to dance anymore for 28 days. And now we go to Mr. Aruda. Now, I don't do an Aruda. I don't have an Aruda.
Have you been practicing the Legault?
I'm going to tell you something. I did Legault once, and it was just like, I nailed it. I've got the Legault right there.
You're just a wonderkind of Legault.
Yeah, that's maybe, of course, next Saturday is the Halloween episode. I feel like maybe my outfit should be a Frank. I call him Frank Legault.
Oh, you call him Frank?
I'd like to think we are. I see him every day on the CBC telecast, and he's got a classic old guy haircut.
Yeah, that's how friendship works. You see someone on TV every day. That's
how this works. Everyone who tunes in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, they only see James through the internet box. That's how they're doing it.
That is how we became closer friends.
It's true. Not seeing each other brought us together as pals.
Yeah, there must be really something that happens when we're in the same room that just makes us not friends.
Yeah, there's probably too many people, a lot of distractions.
Yeah, this is way better. This is very intimate. There's only 3 other people watching plus the audience.
Yeah, well, there's certainly 21 people right now. So if you're out there in Twitch land, I want to thank you for tuning in. This is At Home with James. I am James. This is Steph. We are talking. She has been a regular contributor virtually every week on this show since March. So I guess the question is, Steph, before we move on, where do you see your appearances going from this day forward? We've destroyed the fourth wall. There cannot be any more one-sided flirting. You've thrown sleazy Darren to the curb. There's no background. There's no characters. At Home with James is stripping down what comes next. And you can't say François Legault because that's my bit.
I don't know. What are you looking for your show, I guess?
I'm looking
this show for the next 150 years.
I'm looking 150 years. Well, if that's the case, it means the COVID vaccines give us unlimited life. What am I looking for? Good conversations with good people that bring me and the audience a good time.
Okay. That sounds great. I was thinking of like bringing something I'm really passionate about and forcing you to talk about it.
Okay, that sounds great.
Forcing you, but
forcing's fine. I'm okay with that. We're,
can I throw a couple things that I'm passionate about and see, just to gauge your interest?
This is what we're going to do. Watching in the chat right now, Steph's going to throw some topics my way. We might circle around these in the upcoming weeks. You're going to decide which ones we focus in on Take it away, Steph.
Okay. Magic Mike 1.
I haven't seen it, but I would talk about it. Yep.
Okay. Harry Styles.
I have talked about it on the show with sometimes contributor Raquel Belmonte. I would talk about it again.
The situation with Britney Spears right now, that she's locked in her house and can't leave and has no freedom.
I'm not familiar. I would talk about it.
Okay. What else? I keep thinking about Shakira. There's nothing I want to say about her, but she keeps popping up in my mind, and I think that's the universe that's trying to tell me something.
Yeah, Shakira is. I'm less interested in Shakira.
Okay, me too. I have no opinion. She was just there in my brain. I want to say porn in Quebec.
Porn in Quebec sounds interesting. Let's get an actor on the show, and we'll do it.
Okay, so that's all I have for now that I can think of. Yeah.
Steph, we did it. I'm happy about this new discovery that we have made this evening on this fateful night, the 150th episodes. You've been here on episode 1, episode 50, episode 69, episode 100, and now we're here 149 episodes later.
James.
Steph.
Can I dance for you before I go?
I would love nothing more. Now, I know that we said don't dance for 28 days, but sometimes there's a special occasion. Temps spécial. Quand tu faire, when you can do a little dance for people, try to keep distance, 2 meters. Okay, I think we've seen enough dancing. That was Steph Mercier Voyer. I'm going to tell you something. I've never had that experience with Steph on the show where we were going in without any type of game plan, and I liked it. It was refreshing. And now people will maybe think, I guess there's nothing going on there. But then some people are going to message me and they're going to go, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're trying to throw people off. Huh? Is that what you can tell me? I don't know who the hell that is. I don't know whose voice that is. But anyways, let's move on to our next guest. Here every week, replacing his twin sister, more popular than his twin sister could ever dream to be. We're about to go on the couch with Conor Rose. Hey, Conor, how's it going, buddy?
Pretty good, James. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Your beard's coming in pretty nice.
Thanks.
Are you showing off for us right now? Showing us that beard line? It looks like you did a bit of landscaping. Looks very cool.
Thanks. No, I'm really comfortable in this position, facing this way.
Well, I think it looks like you're looking off camera. If you want to just turn a little bit. Oh God.
James.
Conor, tell us what's going on here.
It's so itchy.
Okay, so do you want for me to say it or would you like to say it?
Well, I mean, I'm not ashamed of it. Ringworm, #ringworm strong. But
yeah.
It just feels so uncomfortable.
Right. So last week you talked about how you were itchy and you thought you were getting ringworm. And now you have ringworm on your face, which is pretty unusual.
But it happens, James. I looked it up. It's like a thing.
It is a thing. It does happen. I traditionally get it on my legs. I've never had it on my face. Looks like you had to shave some of your beard.
Yeah, it was getting so irritated. I had to kind of cut the line, so it's like all my growth is like down the drain.
Can you come a little bit closer, Conor, so we can just take a look at this? I just want to look at the beard. Well, yeah, you want to come a little bit? Yeah, look at a little bit closer.
Like that?
Yeah, that. You know what? Like, look, all things considered, again, you said it best. You are #ringworm strong. Are you taking any ointment for this?
Well, it's funny you should ask because Miss McConnell actually whipped me up a batch.
Oh, your driving teacher whipped you up a batch of ringworm ointment?
Yeah.
She made you ringworm ointment?
She has a home recipe.
She got a home recipe for ringworm ointment. Can you take us through what might be in this ringworm ointment?
I don't know, man. It smelled like really sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there might have been some like honey in it.
Yep.
She wouldn't tell me it was like a secret recipe.
Okay, so you've been spending more time with your driving teacher, Miss McConnell, who last week put her hand on your inner thigh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, all things considered, things are a little bit better, so to speak. You've got ringworm, but of course, sounds like things are progressing nicely with your girlfriend, Miss McConnell.
James, whoa. I mean, like right now I'm like not really into labels, you know?
Okay, you're keeping it open.
Yeah. Like I've got like a few people I'm like casually seeing. So
Are you still seeing Rhonda?
yeah.
Okay, so her dad is letting you hang out with her, or is she doing it behind her
No,
dad's back?
no, we've been doing I told you I had that yoga class I had to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I was so nervous and then because I have never done yoga and you told me
Mhm.
just to be honest.
Yep.
So I took your advice and I was like, listen, Rhonda, like I lied. Like I've never done yoga and I'm super nervous.
Well, it's great that you came clean.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what she said. She was like, listen, I really appreciate your honesty, Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're super sweet. Like, thank you so much. Please join the class anyways.
Oh, that's really great. See, honesty is the best policy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I joined the class. I actually have a picture of it. Like I think Sweet D maybe can put it up for us.
Some pictures of your yoga class. Okay, we're about to see a photo of Connor at yoga. Okay, very it's interesting that you're wearing some type of button down at your yoga classes. Was that a bottle of Tums?
Yeah. Just in case.
Well, yeah, yoga's notorious for causing heartburn and acid reflux.
James, it was my first yoga class, and it was a girl I really like.
Yeah. Well, how did the yoga go? Did you feel comfortable doing it?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not very flexible, but you know, I was just being myself, and Rhonda was there, like cheering me on, and it was really great. And you know, her and I are doing really great. We speak on the phone every night before bed.
Okay.
And like we just talk about life and our feelings and stuff. And she wants me to go trick-or-treating with her.
Is Rhonda accompanying some kids?
No, she's going herself.
Okay, well, so Rhonda's 19 years old and you're of course 32.
Yeah.
And she wants you to go trick-or-treating for candy with her next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how do you feel about going to, I mean, are you into that?
I mean, I'll do anything she wants to, like I'm open to anything.
Well, do you want to go trick-or-treating?
I mean, I really like candy.
Well, what's some of your favorites?
Candy?
Yeah, candy, yeah.
Oh, I really like Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I really like the little tiny boxes of Smarties.
Okay, yep.
I really like when like people give out full like little bags of chips.
Okay, yeah, you like the party bags.
Like Cheetos.
Okay, so Cheetos, Smarties, and little Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it sounds like you're gonna go. When was the last time you went trick-or-treating?
God, like back when I was in like high school, probably.
Okay, so about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, do you have a costume set up?
No, James, what should I be?
Well, it looks like maybe you could use what you're wearing as a bit of it. Maybe you could be I didn't know you were a hockey fan. You like the Canadians?
Yeah, James, I forgot to say, like, I feel like for your 150th episode, like, I should wear something from our favorite hockey team.
Oh, you like the Canadians?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
Gallagher.
Awesome. Yeah, it's great. He just re-signed. Is that a Brendan Gallagher t-shirt?
No.
Well, let's see the name on the back. Okay, so you got a Jack Ryan 61.
Yeah.
Okay, so where'd you pick this shirt up, Connor?
I worked as an extra on the Jack Ryan movie.
Oh, so I was gonna say, so yeah, Jack Ryan is a fictional character.
Yeah.
I think Tom Clancy created.
Yeah. Played by the guy from The Office.
John Krasinski.
Jim.
Yeah, it's his fake his character. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that confusing for you?
Well, it's Jim playing Jack Ryan.
No, it's John Krasinski played Jim Halpert, and then John Krasinski also plays Jack Ryan. Like The Office is
a documentary.
No, The Office wasn't a documentary. It was a sitcom in the world of a documentary. The premise was it was a documentary. That you thought that Jim Halpert from the documentary The Office was the star. He went on to be a paper salesman to a movie star?
No.
Well, it's okay if you did. No, is this conversation giving you heartburn?
It's fine.
No, Connor, it is fine. Look, this stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Are we good?
I think so.
All right. Well, can I ask if you have any plans, like, are things with Rhonda making it complicated with Nancy McConnell? Are you calling her Nancy yet?
Yeah, she makes me call her Nancy.
Okay, well, can you talk about some of your recent, I know she made you ringworm cream. What have you guys been up to?
Yeah, she made me the ointment. I went to her house again.
Yep.
And it was her cottage in St. Jerome.
Yeah.
And she made me the ointment cream. She made me Rice Krispie treats.
Yeah.
And we just hung out in her living room. Like, she read a book and I looked on my phone. And then she was like, oh, well, first, James, I need to ask you this.
Okay.
I think she might be seeing someone.
Yeah, she's seeing you, man.
No, I think she might be seeing another guy.
Well, you're seeing another woman.
That's true.
Well, who's she seeing? Do you know?
Well, because in her cabinet, there's men's products, like shaving cream and razors and men's deodorant.
Mm-hmm.
And then in her den, there's a picture with her and another guy, real with a fall background.
Right. And do you know if this is a recent photo?
I mean, she looks like the same.
Can I tell you what it sounds like to me?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like Nancy McConnell, your driving teacher, is maybe married or seeing someone and cheating on them with you.
James, you think she's married?
Well, it sounds like based on what you have just detailed, she's got a series of men's products. They could be left over, but if she's keeping pictures up of her with, I guess, a lover, it's possible that does she wear any rings?
Yeah.
Okay.
She has a gold one.
On that finger that you're detailing?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, that's called a wedding ring.
Oh my God. James.
You really are turning into the con man.
Yeah.
Well, do you like that? Is that exciting for you? Being the other man?
Yes and no.
Okay. Tell me more.
Well, because it makes me feel really excited because it's kind of because I'm the con man.
Yep.
And it's like bad.
Yeah. What's it feel like to be bad?
Feels pretty good. I'm getting like a little warm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, you're swimming in that shirt, so you should be fine.
Yeah, it's an extra large.
Yeah. An extra large Jack Ryan 61. Well, okay. Have things romantically progressed with Nancy? You said she makes you call her Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, something interesting happened. I wanted to get your opinion on it.
Okay, we got a bit of time.
We were on our in our living room, and she was like, "Hey Connor, why don't you come here and sit on my lap?"
Okay. Okay.
Is that weird or something?
No, it's not weird. I just wasn't expecting that. Okay, so Nancy McConnell, your driving teacher, wants you to sit on. How tall are you, Connor? Are you're
Well, you've got my sister, like,
so 5 foot.
Yeah, we're pretty much identical.
Okay, so she's 5 foot, so you're probably how tall is Miss McConnell? Not that that matters, but
she's like, I don't know, when I'm looking at her, I'm like she's like.
Are you looking at her like that?
Like if I'm like standing in front of her, she's like there.
Okay, so how tall is she? 6 feet?
I mean, I'm not really good at guessing these things, James.
Okay, so we know that she's tall enough that when you're standing on your 2 feet, you're looking up at her.
Yeah.
So you were at her chalet in St. Jerome, which sounds just like an awful city to spend a night at a chalet in. And then she asked for you to.
I didn't spend the night.
Okay. Well, okay. It sounds like things. Well, did you go sit on her lap?
Yeah, I had soccer practice, but I had to leave. But I went and I was like, because I was leaving, and she was like, "Wait, come sit on my lap."
So you had to leave to go to soccer practice, and before you leave, she insisted that you went and sat on her lap.
Yeah.
Well, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd that feel like for you?
It was really nice.
Yeah.
She like held me and we kind of like rocked for a bit.
Okay.
And James, like, I'm kind of embarrassed to say this because I'm a private guy.
Yeah.
But like,
I can't tell if I couldn't tell if you were frozen or if that just took a long time.
I think you were frozen for me.
Okay, so you were frozen for me. So it seems like our network is working in the same capacity. You sealed the deal and kissed.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
James, like, I've never felt like that. Like,
well, yeah, it's not every day that you sit on a giant lady's lap and she rocks you and kisses you.
Yeah, it's really not every day.
Yeah, no, it is not every day or even any day for some people.
It's never been a day for me.
Was that your first kiss?
Like I said, I'm a private guy, James.
Right,
like,
yeah. Well, yeah, but you know what? But you know what you are as well? You're the con man.
Yeah.
You're the con man. Okay, so you're on a bit of a kissing spree these days.
Well, yeah, I mean, like it was like I couldn't even, my legs were like jello like the whole soccer practice.
Okay, so you left, you got off of Miss McConnell's lap and went to soccer practice.
Yeah.
All right. Now you kissed her with your ringworm because it is contagious.
Oh no.
Oh well, yeah.
The ointment was on it, which does the ointment protect it maybe?
It's still very, it's very precarious. Not to mention that you're kissing during the time of COVID. You know what you are, Connor?
What?
You're a bit of a bad boy.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I think what is this, the gun show? We might have to charge our audience tickets for that. You got a license to operate those things?
Pretty strong. I've been working out.
Yeah. Let's see those pipes. You know what? You should wear a tighter shirt, Connor. It'd show off your body a little bit more.
You think so?
Yeah. Maybe you could wear something sexy for Halloween if you're going to go trick-or-treating with Rhonda, the 19-year-old.
Yeah, what should I wear for Halloween? God.
Well, you know, there's a lot of sexy costumes out there.
Like what? Like
you know what? This is what I want you to do, Connor. I want you to decide on a couple costumes. Maybe you come to me next Friday and we decide together. But I want your idea. Don't worry about what I think is cool.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, Connor, it's always a great time when you pop by. I'm really glad to see that you're on a bit of a kissing spree. And I hope you're having a good time with Nancy and Rhonda.
Thanks, James. So my sister's going to kill me, man. Like I really dropped the whole on the couch thing.
Don't worry. I think what we're doing is better than what I was doing with Carmen.
Okay, I won't tell her that.
Yeah, it'll just be between you and me. Connor, I love you, buddy.
Thanks, James. I love you too. You're my best pal.
Thank you. Conor Rose, folks. Now I know that Steph was on earlier talking about looking for love. You got Conor Rose over here, the least likely regular contributor on this show, is just racking up romance at every turn. Unbelievable. Folks, before we move on to our third segment of the night, we will, of course, be back for episode 151 this coming Monday. Who's going to be on the show? I'll let you know. Walter Ling is going to be here every night on his Instagram at Wally Goodtimes. He has been providing 46 Nights of Terror where he welcomes a guest and talks about a different horror movie. He will be joining me right here on Twitch. He's getting with the times, getting on Twitch on Monday, where we're going to talk about some horror movies because, of course, it is spooky season. And he will also be providing a real-life spooky story about former pro wrestler and recovering addict Jake the Snake Roberts. That's right here on Monday. Let's move on to our final guest of the night. He has been here since day one. He's the Bonnie to my Clyde. He is the peanut butter to my jelly. He is the Pence to my Trump. He is Dave Kaufman. Dave, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, James, what's going on? What's
it like to be compared to one of what I think is one of the sexiest politicians of all time, Mike Pence?
Oh, it's great. You know, he really caused a stir this year with that fly thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that didn't take long, did it? It's already burnt itself out.
No one cares anymore.
Well, and that's the thing. You and I have talked about at times circling around what is in, as the kids say, the cool kids on Twitter, in the zeitgeist. But by the time it comes for us to talk about it, it's already like 20 hours old and no one. And what are we going to do at that point, man?
Things happen too fast for a show that only streams 3 times a week. You got to be on 24/7 to catch the news cycle.
Yeah, you know what? That gives me a really crazy idea that we do a 24-hour marathon.
Okay, well, good luck getting a tech for that.
Yeah, good luck. Well, I think it could be a constant rotation of yourself, Carla, and Dimitri on loop. Everyone does 6-hour shifts.
Sure, why not? I got nothing to do.
Yeah, well, you got nothing to do. Well, Dave, you were covered in feces earlier today when
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Let's
I had a little bit of feces smeared on my hands and elbows.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't covered with it.
This is kind of like the audible version of clickbait, because
right now
most people would think that, well, it is an emotional episode. Most people would think it was your feces, but it was your small child's feces.
Yeah, my daughter had a little accident when we were going for a walk. It was a really nice day, so we were out for a while, and she shat through her diaper, and it ended up all over her shorts and shirt and seat and stuff. So it was a real mess. Plus, she just had her vaccine, so her shit is poisonous right now.
Oh, well, yeah, but anytime you get a vaccine, you're going to have the runs for 2 or 3 days. That's why I'm an anti-vaxxer, because I'm also anti-diarrhea.
Yeah, I mean, That checks out for you.
Yeah.
Should get a ringworm vaccine. But
yeah, you don't think if there was a ringworm vaccine, I would be the first MFer in line to get it? Bro, I'm good for ringworm every October.
You would think, but anti-vaxxers are pretty militant about not taking their medicine.
This is one vaccine I would advocate for. All the other ones, anti, but not because I think it causes any side effects. It's mostly related to diarrhea-based symptoms.
You're the Dr. Fauci of anti-vax, pro-vaccination.
Yeah, I can't do his impersonation. I don't even know what he sounds like.
He's a little Italian man.
Italian man, okay. Dave, what did you think of my Legault? What'd you think of that?
It was good. I mean, I don't really know what Legault sounds like. I've listened to him, but
I'm going to tell you something. He sounds exactly the way that I did it.
Well, then it was a perfect impression, clearly.
Thank you.
If you're the metric by which I should rank Legault impression.
Yeah. Now, Dave, we've been doing this for months. Now, that first night when I told you, and the fateful night in March when I had it all, I had everything going for me in life.
Mm-hmm.
I called you. I said, Dave, I want you to come on this thing that I'm doing. And then I don't know what happened, but you just got roped into it.
Yeah, well, I started doing a bit every night and I would write something.
Yeah.
And that was unsustainable and it drove me crazy. So I've been winging it since about episode 70
which is a pretty good run.
Good run.
I also want to establish for people that Dave will check in with me in the middle of the day to give me, quote, a heads up that he hasn't prepared anything, followed by indifference from my end, which I think Dave then reacts to as some type of threat. And all I'm trying to do is say, hey, man, I think you're a funny guy. Don't worry about it. Now, I can't tell if Dave is frozen or not, or just indifferent to this conversation. Sweetie, what are you doing in the booth tonight, man?
Guy, I'm not in. Oh, there he's back. I'm out of here.
Yeah, he's building that first. Now we're on Steph. Steph's back on now. I think Steph's frozen. So we got a technical. It wouldn't be the 50th. Here we go. Now it's just me. Let's just end the show here. Yeah. We're gonna get the frame back here. So every time why do I call him Sweet D? His goddamn name is Dimitri. Every time this guy's on tech, my video quality's poor. People are freezing. I don't know what's going on here anymore. We got 19 viewers right now, guys. I want to let you out there in Twitch land know that this doesn't usually happen because it's not usually Dimitri on tech. So,
James, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
James.
Yeah, I can hear you, Dave.
What happened?
What happened? Well, what happened is there's been technical difficulties all night long.
I think I was booted out of the Zoom call.
Yeah, you may have been booted. Too entertaining is what.
Entertaining.
Dimitri was a little threatened.
Yeah.
He knows that you're the big dog of the comedy and tech booth.
Yeah, I'm sort of the man behind At Home with James.
Yeah. Well,
I look kind of like a movie producer right now with my headphones and sort of mom jeans.
I would say you look more like the guy holding a boom mic. If you could just do this.
If you guys look like a grip.
Yeah. You're holding the boom. Now it just looks like you're eating a giant hoagie. Yeah, that'll be your new character when
What's the name of that character, James?
Who cares? Let's
who
continue.
Cares Jones?
So who cares Jones? Dave, where do you foresee your comedy going in the future of At Home with James? I know I asked Steph this earlier. Where do you see yourself going from here?
Thanks, James Lipton. I don't know, man.
The man who created Lipton chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're looking at where my comedy's going.
Yeah, down.
A mix of puns, me giggling. That's it.
That's it.
That's my whole shtick.
The what I want to do is ask Dave, who are some of your favorite characters that you've played over the past 7 months?
I think a more interesting question is who are my least favorite characters?
Well, I was going to get to that.
I say we jump right into it.
Okay, let's get into it. Your least favorite characters. in the past 150 nights?
I think there was a couple. One.
A couple? You're being very generous.
Yeah, a couple. What's more than a couple? A few, a handful.
A handful.
A harem.
Well, let's get into it.
Bad ones. The most interesting man in the world's brother.
Oh yeah, that was where you played the Dos Equis guy's brother.
Yeah, who was just, his bit was that he was boring, but it made for a boring segment.
Oh yeah.
So that was pretty bad. Lou Pearlman got a little too dark.
Yeah. Lou Pearlman, the creator of various boy bands and suspected of nefarious behavior.
Yeah, he's a suspected pedophile, but
well, I try to clean it up, but okay.
I mean, let's call it like it is.
Yeah, sure. Well, I don't just in case any members of the Pearlman family are watching tonight.
Yeah, you don't want to affect any of your pedophile viewers.
I don't want to offend anyone on the show. Yeah. So
fair enough.
if we have offended you,
yeah,
I'm sure there's a catalog you can sift through for the remainder of the night.
We'll send you some free merch.
Yeah, we'll send you some free At Home with James merch.
Yeah.
Send you some pictures of Dave as a kid.
Yeah. I'm a terrifically cute kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna send any pedophiles out there pictures of me as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, for the I want you to, if you're the 100th pedophile, you're gonna get Dave's childhood photo album.
Yeah, just like doing that.
Let's keep this going.
Next character that was bad. I'm trying to think. What's John Wayne Bobbitt?
Yeah, John Wayne Bobbitt. Yeah, John Wayne Bobbitt, who was notorious for having his penis severed.
Yeah, by his wife, and apparently he's far worse than just the surface of that story. So that didn't go well. I don't know. There's a bunch. Any come to mind for you? Name one that I like.
Characters that didn't land.
Yeah, some real stinkers.
Yes, you know what? I honestly enjoy most of what you provide to the show, Dave. I'm more interested in focusing in on the positives, and it's coming in from the chat right now from Naive Adventures. Alien James.
That was a good one, I think.
That may have been your finest work.
Yeah. That was. I mean,
it was your finest work, and it was my Altamont.
What does the Altamont mean?
This is the second time in 2 weeks that reference flew over everyone's head. The Altamont concert was where the Rolling Stones hired the Hells Angels to do security, and they ended up punching out a member of Jefferson Airplane and murdering a member of the audience.
So Alien James is that?
That was like my Altamont, as I was unceremoniously eviscerated for 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't know where that character was going, and I was a bit nervous. But once I started ribbing into it, the pieces really came together.
Yeah, we're also getting some love for my buddy Dave Jansen's You're Joe Exotic.
Oh, yeah. Terrible impression, but good content, I think.
Now, I think terrible impression is pushing it. I think it's a horrible impression.
Sure, pushing it, maybe a bit too generous.
Yeah, that would be a good review.
I'm known for my terrible impressions, though.
Yeah, well, there's also Randy McWayne, the Ice Road Trucker.
He's pretty good.
Not necessarily
based on amalgamation of two of my cousins who are brothers, Randy and Wayne.
Yeah, so again, you're getting the inside scoop here. Dave,
who may or may not have a hot tub where they throw sex parties.
Okay, well, this brings me to one of your famous characters, Mean Business, who's been known to enjoy a hot tub.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And stay tuned, James. There's some real Mean Business technology that's in the works right now.
Okay, do you dare tell us more?
That's all I'm going to say about it for now, but Mean Business is... I don't want to spoil anything, actually. He's getting high tech.
This has been a horrible tease, by the way.
Yeah.
It's like everything that you want out of a preview and tease, that featured nothing of the sort.
Well, give me some good tease techniques.
Oh, you want me to vamp up for you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Folks, in the coming weeks, stay tuned because the mean business that you know is going to be, let's just say, taking a trip into the 21st century and really finds himself a place here on Twitch. How about that?
Yeah, that's all right.
Pretty good. Well, Dave, where do you foresee the show going from here? We've hit 150. We won't quite make it to 200 before 2021.
Well,
what do you forecast for the future of At Home with James?
We're looking for exponential growth, James. So that means that we're going to...
Yeah, so tell us about that, because anytime you or Carla tries to explain Twitch, that's when I nod off.
Well, you see, the audience of Twitch, it's more than just the people we know in Montreal. It's the whole world. So if you can double your user base every so often, that's called exponential growth. And that means that the time it takes to go from 50 to 100 is the same time it takes to go from 100 to 200.
Yeah.
And then from 200 to 400. So we want to build the audience.
Yes, and tonight has been a very good night for audience. If you're out there watching, we appreciate, and I certainly speak for Dave and Carla and Dimitri and Connor and Steph, everyone that contributes to this show. We really do appreciate the following and subscribing that you do, because it really puts us into a position to continue to imagine and create and be flexible with what this show is and where it can go and what it can become.
I mean, I'm going to second everything that James just said. That was a great vamping, James.
Now, I'd like to think that I've learned a thing or two about hosting since this began in March.
Well, I'd like to think that I helped you.
I would like to think that you are free to think that.
Well, thank you. I think that was a nice thing that you said. But I will say I've been watching a lot of Twitch.
And I've been watching some. I've been watching some.
What doesn't? So maybe we'll incorporate some. We'll maybe steal some ideas from other streams. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the friggin' Twitch audience loves is babes,
hot chicks.
Yeah, they love hot chicks, and that is not something that I, as a person, can provide.
No, me. I mean, God, look at me. I'm haggard, but
you're haggard, man. You think you're haggard? Check this out. Look at this. These, you carry groceries in these things, right?
Look at these. My teeth are crooked.
Look at that. I ain't getting any younger.
Shit.
I ain't getting any younger.
I have some. I have a gray nose hair. If you can see on the inside of my nose over there.
Yeah. Look at. I remember when I got a haircut in the show. Look at this.
No.
I got little boy hair. I got little boy hair here.
I need to go get a haircut.
Yeah, get a haircut. Get a real job. No thanks.
Yeah, I have a real job.
Yeah, that's true. Dave, I'd like for you to stick around because we got a musical number coming up.
Oh, absolutely. So I want to take some stuff we learned from other Twitch channels besides just being a hot lady, and maybe do a collab or two with some of these other streamers.
I would love that, and I like to say the second we did extreme close-ups of ourselves, our viewership dropped. So we better get while the getting's good here, Dave.
Well, if they can't handle the heat, then get out of the kitchen.
Yeah, good vamping right there. You. Sweet D, are you ready to regale us with one of your classic hits?
Yeah, the band's already right behind me, James. I think we're ready to kick it. If you're ready to kick it,
I'm ready to kick it here. What do we got on tap? What's the name of tonight's song?
James, we're gonna call this song 150.
Got 150. Does this song rock?
I think this song rocks, James. I'm going to let you be the judge of that. I know you got a great taste of music. You too, Dave. So I'm hoping the band's been tuning up throughout the show, and they're all warmed up. I think they're ready to blast.
Dave, are you ready to rock?
I am, and I just want to say hi to Sweet D.
Oh, hey, we've never actually met.
That's right. But
I'd like to facilitate a training session between Sweet D and Dave.
Sounds good, man.
Yeah,
great. Before we do that, Dave's ready to rock. Sweet D's ready to rock. I'm certainly ready to rock. I hope everyone out there in Twitch land is ready to rock, because we are going to send it over to Sweet D, his band. 150. Take it away.
This one goes out to all of you out there, and specifically James McGee. Everybody thought he wouldn't make something of himself, but 150, man. Look at him now. 150. Yeah. Oh, yeah. with the microphone of gold. He's got the moves that can make you move your soul. Rock and roll god, late night renegade. He's got the sounds that'll make you get laid. Ringworm master in a circus of freaks. This sucker knows just how to make your week. Single and alone, but always next to you. Come and take a seat. He'll stick to you like glue. Can you feel it in your bones? From 9 to 10, he'll take you home. Can you feel it? James McGee will rock your body, will rock your screen. Yeah, 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 yeah. Getting fucked, feeling free, 150 times with James McGee. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, ooh, yeah. Getting fucked, feeling free, 150 times with James McGee. Yeah. Sleazy Darren, Captain D, Carla Ma, and 69 with Stephanie, and you and me, and the rest of this fucked up family. James McGee, I want to thank you. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. From Rock On London, Rock On Montreal, it's At Home with James, the banging show that hits the airwaves every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. James, to you and your fans, congratulations to 150. Getting fucked, feeling free, 150 times with James McGee. Yeah. Ow!
That was 150, courtesy of Sweet D. And then you had Dave on the air guitar. I was on the air drums. Sweet D, what a song, bro.
I really went for it. What do you think, James?
It blew my mind. I feel rocked. I feel rowdy, but mostly I feel touched, man. Thank you for that.
I hope you didn't mind. I threw in some lyrics. I took a look at some older episodes, but mainly it came from the heart, man. I wanted to make this one personal.
Well, I really appreciate everything you do for the show, Sweet D. There's a coffee with your name on it tomorrow.
I'm looking
Hell,
forward.
maybe even a muffin too.
Ooh, you know how I like those muffins, James. You really get me excited here, but not as excited as I am for 150 and 150 more.
Dave, what'd you think about that song, man? That was wild stuff.
Pretty good, and it was great when Jet did it in 2006.
Well, you can't just give the guy credit, can you? You got to give it to you. This is the first and only time that Jet is going to be mentioned on this show. Well, Dave, let's just close this sucker out together. How about that?
Sounds good.
Folks, I tend to do this anytime we have a milestone episode, and I know I mentioned it. There was the first episode, the 10-week anniversary that led to the 50th episode, the 69th episode, our 100th episode on Twitch, my friggin' crazy birthday episode. But I really do want to thank everyone who tunes in as diligently as they do to help make this a fun experience, not only for me, but for Dave, for Steph, for Connor, for Sweet D, for Carla, for everyone who contributes and helps make this show whatever the hell that it is. It means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot with Dave. And he's not an emotional guy. He's not an emotional guy. Is that right? Fair to say, Dave?
It's fair to say I was crying at the beginning of the segment, but
yeah, that's true. Yeah, crying. That's true. You know, so far be it for me to impose anyone's emotions or lack thereof. But I know that I can tell you that my emotion right now is heart-filled with happiness that we are doing this. We have stuck to doing this through the thick, The Thin that has spanned 3 seasons. Don't forget, next week we are really going to lean in extra hard on the Halloween content. Dave is going to be here. Steph will be here. We might even have some surprises. Conor Rose is going to be here. Everyone's going to be here. So tune in and keep doing what you're doing, which makes me, Dave, Steph, everyone happy. Guys, thanks so much. Dave, any last thoughts?
Who am I kidding? I love the song. I love the show. It makes me so happy. And I just want to say thank you to everybody.
He was really heartfelt until the fake crying. You might be thinking about the feces all over him. Folks, that is Dave. I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and be well. And of course, thank you. We'll see you next week.